win on offense. And defenses vary from team to team. I've drawn kind of a typical defense. For the sweeps that you're going to want to run for this age, you'll want to put your offensive line, here's your center, you'll want to put them almost foot to foot. That shrinks everything down, and what it amounts to is it gives you more room on each edge for your running backs. By shrinking the middle, you've increased the width of the field on both sides. What you're going to want out of your line, except for your center, is what I call God blocking, and that's gap first, or on second, and then down next. But essentially, each of these people should block the person to their inside. If there's nobody to their inside, they block the person on them, like this guy here, but to the inside. And so this person blocks down, down. That will create some double teams. That's not a bad thing. It's all right. And you're thinking, well, what about this defensive end? And what about this defensive end? And what about this linebacker? Good question. This defensive end is going to come around the corner. But this defensive end is going to be killed because you're going to pull these two guys, and they need to be trained to just make a wall that comes down this sideline and comes around this corner together. And they will clobber this kid about 4 times, and then he won't come around the corner anymore. I would put a wide receiver here. As this play develops this way, this linebacker will start to read it and start to shift. This crackback block needs to be by somebody aggressive. They don't have to be big. They don't have to be fast. They just have to want to hit this guy and blow him out of his pants about, again, 4 times. And he'll start worrying more about your receiver than the guy who's carrying the ball. But so you've got a wall of 2 guys here with, in theory, 2 guys to block. An unblocked defensive end and this safety. If this guy misses or whatever, obviously you've got this linebacker to deal with. But you've got 3 blockers here at the point of attack, and that's the important thing. At the point of attack, if the blocks go well, they can push out and in, and you've got an alley here, just right off tackle, that works for you. Everybody may block in, and this tailback can go deep towards the sideline and take it all the way. Either way, if these 2 guys and this guy can be relied upon to make their blocks, I don't care how slow this guy is, he'll make positive yardage almost every time. You do the same thing to the other side, you just move your receiver over, and he crackbacks this way. Then, last, you'll have obviously the sweep left and the sweep right. Then, once they start moving everybody outside, which they'll do eventually, that's when you run up the gut. You tell this center that his job is that middle linebacker. He blocks. The fullback is to go through the hole literally about a second behind the center. And again, they can't blitz him or line up heads up on this center. So there should be a gap here behind the center. When he goes, the fullback should be right behind him. Preferably, he will go to the same side as the receiver is on and hit that linebacker. You've got another person coming here. So you've got 3 blockers, again, at the point of attack. And your tailback ought to be able to make some positive yardage and hopefully cut this way to the side with the most blocking and be gone. And it's just 3 plays, but these 3 plays will give the defense fits if you can execute them. I swear to God, if you can execute these 3 plays, you can run over any team this age.